Micah Frankel. It's fight week for BKFC 28. And like a lot of the guys on the card, Joshua Moreno is going to be making his Bare Knuckle debut. So talk about it, man. Going from MMA to Bare Knuckle, and it's been a while since we've seen you. I don't know how much you want to talk about, but let's start off with Bare Knuckle. Why Bare Knuckle?
Honestly, it's everybody's saying it. I mean, all my teammates that are fighting on the same card, they're saying it. It was like it was made for us, you know, like especially with us guys that have great stand-up. And again, I don't have all that great stand-up. My stand-up's alright. It's alright.
Not first time this dude's ever modest.
But I mean, even you've been first though. When all my MMA fights, what do they do in the first, minute after they get a taste of these hands? They want to take me down. So. Absolutely, I love everything about BKFC. I love the opportunity because it gets to showcase my skills as boxer. Okay, so I don't have to worry about the takedowns. I don't have to worry, let alone 5 minutes in there, right? 5 minutes in the cage. It's 2 minutes. It's like, it's amazing. It was made for us.
Right here it is. It's only 2 rounds, 10 minutes at most. Does that in itself seem like a luxury?
Well, 2 minutes, 5 rounds. You said 2 rounds.
Yeah.
But yeah, 2 minutes, 5 rounds. But it's amazing. It's just amazing the feeling that the work that we're putting into. And again, it's so different from MMA rounds. Like you don't have to conserve your energy, have to worry about wrestling conditioning, jiu-jitsu conditioning, all the aspects of martial arts. It's just basically boxing / fighting, right? But it's 2 minutes. So who doesn't have? If you don't have 2 minutes to go 5 rounds, it's not for you. Get out of here.
Like you mentioned at the beginning, it's been a few years. So how does it feel getting back to training, getting back into competition shape?
Yes, it's amazing because I mean, I was telling you about it earlier. I was diagnosed with hyperthyroidism, which I didn't know I didn't have up until like about almost 8 to a year ago. I was always tired. Even after my last fight, I got so gassed. I even told some of my training partners before the week of my last LFA fight, I told them, guys, I'm gonna lose this fight because I'm tired. Like I can't hit mitts with the shit. Like I can't hit mitts for a minute and I get it. And let alone, I mean, then again, I'm not gonna take any credit out of my opponent, Nathan. You know, he was a great fighter. He won the LFA championship. So I fought someone good, lost by split decision. But I didn't know I had that issue going on up until about a year ago. I was just every day for the past 2 years. Every day I was so tired. I promise you, Mika, I wasn't being lazy. I was not being lazy. But even at work, I was just so out of it. Always out of form, out of shape, tired, woozy. And until my wife told me to go get checked, and I did go get checked. I was being stubborn. And I got checked, and she told me if I've ever gotten checked for my thyroidism, the doctor. And when she finally checked me and took my blood work and everything, it was crazy because she told me that I was this close to getting cancer in my throat because of it, because it was so advanced. So eventually, long story short, she gave me 3 options: chemotherapy or surgically have it removed. And that's scary, right? Like, who doesn't want to go into surgery and get that thing? I'm like, no! I was like, absolutely not. And do medication for the rest of my life. So she gave me another option, which she said that it was not going to work, but she gave it to me anyways. And 6 months later, it works, I got to thank the man upstairs too, because, I mean, he put me through a lot of work too. He guided me. So, everything worked out. 6 months checkup. Pulled me in for another, a 6 month checkup. And I'm here, healed, ready to go. My levels are up to normal. Running, training, I feel amazing. The best I've ever been.
What's it like to be Josh again? I'm sure there was a point there during that last fight camp where it was all just very mysterious to you.
Yes, it was really awkward because I'm known. I mean, Mika, I don't know if you know, but my training partners, everybody says, even my friends and family, they've always thought that I was crazy. Not just because I was a cage fighter or pro fighter, but I was crazy because if I didn't feel like sleeping, or even my newborns, they were newly born, they couldn't let us sleep. The first thing I would do, I would get them closed up on their little cart, and I would go running around 1 or 2 in the morning. And I'd take my little babies running for about 5 miles at 2 in the morning, and they'd say, "You're crazy. You live in the craziest neighborhoods and you're doing that." I'm like, who's gonna bother me at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning? Well, everybody else is sleeping. Me and the babies were out working. So I was known to do that. And even till now, my friends and family would say, like, "You're still crazy. Like, you've been out of it for so long, and now you're back to it. Now we see the effort you're putting in. Now we see the old Josh. But you're still crazy. Why are you putting those miles in at those hours?" And it's just like, I mean, something got taken away from me. And I'm not talking about the fight. I'm talking about, just the energy, the ability to work, to keep fighting, to keep training. And I'm just so blessed that I got it back.
Once you found out what was going on with you, how long after that were you like, I think I might get fighting a chance again?
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna take it like even through all that process before I got the medication and everything. I was being stubborn. Ricky Carusetti, he's been getting me fights and he's been helping me out a lot since the start of my career. And I would always reach out to him and be like, hey Ricky, get me a fight. I'm ready to go. But deep down in here, I knew I wasn't ready. I was like, I'm going to JW. I'm sparring with some of the best in the world before this issue, and I'm, everybody's asking to spar with me. Now through this, I can't even spar around because I'm gassed out, looking like trash. And I make I make Ricky look bad because he calls, he makes the fight happen, and I pull out because I know deep down I'm in no shape, way, or form to perform or to put my opponent through something that it's so easy to work, it's so easy to fight. And I didn't want that for myself. So now that I'm ready to go again, I'm fully Joshua 2.0. It's amazing because now I got the best of both worlds. I got JW, who's my home team, my home gym, right, working with them, and now I got Josh Pitbull towards the center. You know what I mean? I feel good, I feel great, feel fantastic. And honestly, Mika, no pun intended, whoever's at 165 or 170 at BKFC better watch out.
This fight's going to be at 175. This fight's against Zion Tomlinson. I heard that there's been a couple of opponent changes.
Yes.
Or it took a little while to secure him.
Yes. Well, I mean, it was just annoying in a way because Ricky, he called me up. He said, "Hey, there's this opportunity to be KFC." I was all over it, right? And then he sent me an opponent. And this is a fight world. This is a fight business. Some people take fights, and then all of a sudden they fall out for whatever reason. And there's no judgment, right? Because I went through it myself. But it was annoying. It was just disturbing because I'm so excited. I'm getting ready, and then they call me. You know what? It's a no-go. We might have another fight. So it's like nobody wants to hear that, right? Nobody wants to hear we might have an opponent. You want everything set and secure. So it took a few guys until Zion. He ended up signing the dotted line, and that's great. You know what I mean? He's gonna come over here to Albuquerque. He's making a little bit of a mistake coming to my backyard, you know what I mean? But hey, all respect to him. He's gonna come over here and we're gonna put on a great show.
Zion already has 4 bare knuckle fights on his resume. Why are you jumping into the deep end right away, taking on somebody that has experience for your debut in the sport?
Well, it's the story of my life, right, Mika? When I fought Elias Forte, what was everybody saying? Why are you jumping in with the second homecoming of God? Why are you stepping up against these other guys? He wasn't the only one. There's a lot of these other guys that I was stepping into because I know what I got. I know what I bring to the table. Even if everybody else doesn't see it, I know what I got. And then it's just not toughness. It's just not oh, I'm a fighter. No, you already know what I got. You know what I bring to the table, and it's not only talent and skill, but it's the hard work. And when they called me up and they said, "Hey, you want to take on this guy that already has experience?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, why not?" I jumped all over it because at the end of the day, Mika, I don't want to jump in there. No disrespect to anybody, but I think at the caliber of my fighting, at the caliber of my accomplishments, I wouldn't feel subtle with going in there with somebody that's going to make their pro debut as well, or has a like a 8 losing record or 8 streak or 5 streak losing record. You know what I mean? I want to go in there with somebody that knows what they're doing, knows what they want, and they have the experience in that circle squared. You know what I mean? So why not?
Normally I catch up with you over at Jets and Wings, and we're talking about MMA. I know you're still there. We're talking about bare knuckle here. Team Pitbull's gym at Josh Torres' gym. What made you go in the direction to seek out a more boxing-oriented coach for this endeavor?
Well, like you said, JW has always been my home MMA gym. A lot of fighters all over the world come to that. And we already know each other. Everybody knows everybody there. And, there's some great boxers in there as well, but I figured, why not reach out to, one of the hometown heroes in Josh Torres, right? And when I reached out, honestly, I gotta speak honestly, I thought he was gonna say no. Because I was thinking of it like, everybody has like cults, boxers, kickboxers, karates, MMAs. And I was like, man, he's gonna turn me down, but I'm gonna reach out anyway. So, honestly, he opened the doors to his house, he opened his doors to his gym. And, it's been great work ever since. Honestly, the first couple of weeks that I worked with him, I kind of wanted to quit. Not because, the hard work was great, but he had me work like the simplest things ever that should have been done years ago. It's like how to blade yourself, how to actually stand in a boxing stance. And I was like, man, I don't think this is for me. I was like, I'm just gonna, you know what, I'm just gonna go back to what I was doing. But then after a few more weeks passed by, I started sparring with these other guys, started sparring with other boxers and, you know, these Golden Gloves champs. And I was like, holy crap, it works. You know, it's like, it's not just, you know, like in MMA, even in the BKFC, obviously you're gonna feel everything, it's bare fist. But it puts more feelings to it. It puts more mental thoughts into it. I always thought, when I watch boxing fights, I want to see blood, I want to see knockouts, right? But we don't really see the science behind it. I was like, why does anybody want to be in there for 12 rounds? Now I get it. Now it's like tip taps, open up your big shots, you know, set them up, jab, jab. And now it's like, okay, now I find it more interesting and I actually fell in love with it. And Josh has been an amazing coach.
So what do you think are going to be the biggest differences that we're going to see out of this new version of Joshua Moreno?
The only difference you're gonna see is a more scientific, more boxer stance for me. You know, you already know what I'm about. When I go in there to kill. You know, kill or be killed. I always like to put on a show not for myself but for the family. You know what I mean? I want that fighter out of me so people can see we want to come back and see this guy. You know what I mean? I want to represent Josh Pitbull Torres and his gym and his team. They've been amazing to me. Obviously Jackson Wink, you know, I'm still one of the top dogs there. You know what I mean? Toughest guys and myself and these other amazing athletes at JW. But I really want to show what I can bring this new Josh 2.0.
It's good to see you.
Yeah, sorry. Thank you, Mika. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right.